Just 24 hours after his explosive interview aired here on CBS This Morning, court officers in Chicago arrested him yesterday after a hearing over unpaid child support bills. Authorities say that Kelly will stay in jail until he comes up with more than $161,000 that he owes his 3 children. This morning, in a portion of the interview that you haven't heard, we actually talked to R. Kelly for over 80 minutes. The R&B singer says he has little money left. Your income, it was reported that your income was very high. Hundreds of millions of dollars, we'll say that, because I don't want to get hung up on the semantics.
That's one room I wish that was true.
And yet, when you were in jail last week, the bond was $100,000, and they said R. Kelly couldn't even afford to get himself out of jail, that a friend had to come and bail you out of jail. What is your financial situation, if you don't mind saying?
Here's the deal. So many people have been stealing my money. People was connected to my account. I went by myself for the first time to Bank of America. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know what the hell was going on.
When did you do that? First time by yourself?
About 3 weeks ago to a month.
3 weeks ago was the first time you went to Bank of America?
Absolutely.
By yourself?
By myself. Because I was so tired of not knowing where my money was, what my publishing is.
Isn't that on you then?
Huh?
Isn't that on you?
A lot of it's on me.
That you didn't know where your money is?
A lot of it's on me.
And people say he doesn't have money because he had to pay so much in settlements. What do you say about that?
Lie.
According to court documents, Kelly settled 3 lawsuits with women who alleged they were minors when he had sex with them. But Kelly says what really cost him is the people who had access to his bank account, something he found out from a bank teller.
I had like $350,000 in the bank. And I told her, look, take that. I want to start a new account, and that's the way it is, right? So she said, okay, it's going to take 6 to 7 business days to clear. Does that make sense? Yeah.
The day after the trip to the bank, Kelly was indicted on 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He says he was unable to access his bank account to make bail. Now he's back in jail for this separate child support case, something he became emotional about during our interview.
How can I pay child support? How? If my ex-wife is destroying my name and I can't work, how can I work? How can I get paid? How can I take care of my kids? How?
Your ex-wife
Use your common sense.
Your ex-wife says you abused her, Robert.
13 years being married. I flew in on a helicopter. I flew in on a helicopter.
Yes. Yes. Can somebody get us some tissue?
I don't want no tissue. I'm going to leave.
No, you're doing well.
Look, man, look. I'm telling y'all. I flew in on a helicopter with a damn puppy, and I proposed to Drill, whom I was in love with, and told her, hey, look, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. We got married. Okay? We had 3 beautiful kids. Not once have I ever had a domestic violence call at the house and all this, that, and the other. It never happened. Okay?
But in a Lifetime docuseries, Surviving R. Kelly, his ex-wife Andrea described a tumultuous and sometimes dangerous relationship.
And I went to the National Domestic Violence Awareness Hotline, and there's 17 questions. There was only 2 things on that list that Robert hadn't done to me. And that's when it became real to me, like, you're being abused.
Is Andrea not telling the truth when she said she was abused by you? Is she not telling the truth?
Absolutely. She's not telling the truth. I love her to death. I have nothing against her still. That is my kid's mother.
She's making that up.
If you
why?
notice one thing...
Why is she making that up, Robert?
I'm not disrespecting her by saying she's not telling the truth. I'm just being honest. Somebody sent me something on my phone and it said that I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. What would I alter? My kids is listening to this, all of this nonsense, and I ain't been able to spend no time with them. This is real. This is not a lie. What kind of woman would tear down a dad who's trying to have a relationship with their kids? You know how many kids need a relationship with their father?
What is your relationship with your children?
Oh, my God.
What is your relationship with your children?
Zero.
Zero.
But I know my kids love me. And I'm in love with my kids. I love my kids.
In January, Kelly's oldest child, who is now 20 years old, wrote in an Instagram post that she and her two siblings have not had a relationship with their father for years. We reached out to Andrea Kelly for comment on R. Kelly's allegations, but her representatives say they do not have any statements at this time. You know, I was there, and it was disturbing. It's even more disturbing to see it on video.
I even think this is more disturbing than what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, I do too, Nora.
You know, you talked about him being sort of on the verge of something, but the volatility that I saw there, the intensity, what looked like lying about his past too. It was disturbing to watch.
Yeah, when you contrast what he said about his wife and then what you heard from her in that docu-series, you just can't make sense of it.
No.